Yo, hello everybody, Mike here, baseball collector, and I'm back here today with my finishing of the 2025 top 100 items in my collection. Yesterday, you guys saw 100 down to 51. Maybe you watched it, maybe you're just wanting to see the top 50. I don't know, but we're going to break it down. Yesterday's video was super long, so if you sat there through it, I appreciate it. I don't want to just show an item. Most of them have something behind them. And that's important to me. That's what I want to kind of go over. Yeah, these last 50 are going to be awesome. So excited about that. I will reiterate that I am showing the top 50 items in my collection, which I've expanded this year to include kind of everything that I can come up with a reasonable valuation for, because it shows the breadth of my collection. I like showing the diversity that it has, and we're just going to see some cool stuff. So hang on a second. Let's get to the top 50. Hang on. All right, here we go with 50 down to number 1. Again, the methodology was I used VCP, and when I found things that were goofy or maybe don't have a lot of comps out there, they're rare or unusual, I would do my best to value them. Some of these things are literally, some things you'll see later, I don't know how to value them. Some of the rankings don't make sense. I'm just using the data that's available, and whether they're in the right order at the end of the day or not is kind of irrelevant. They're just really cool stuff. So that's what we're going to do. Let's start with, wow. How about a Honus Wagner autograph? This is showing, again, that diversity. This is an item that I picked up. I bought this actually at a Yankees game with Joe Silverjackify, and I bought it from Bill, the Hall of Fame collector, and I got it slabbed up. So yeah, it's a cut obviously, but it's a Honus Wagner autograph, and I have one. So there's that. Let's start with that sucker. How about that? Okay, next up, I always want to get, I have you saw the Gretzky rookie. There's pretty much, if it's an iconic card, I have a lot of football cards, believe it or not, of the great ones. Basketball cards, you're going to see multiple basketball cards today. This is the first one, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and of course Dr. J in the middle, but one of the most iconic basketball cards of all time. I bought this from Jeremy, the Texas Snowman, at a Dallas card show. He had a ton of them, and I liked the 8 with the print defect, which is the normal print defect on this card, which is those black dots. Otherwise, it's a gorgeous card. So I'll take something like that, where you're basically buying it at 6 prices. So there's that. Let's just start a stack over here. Roy Campanella, 1949 Bowman rookie, PSA 4. Such a great card. Maybe one of those cards that's underappreciated, undervalued in the hobby. Campanella was so good. 3 MVPs. Yep. Cashin Babe Ruth. Let's see if this works better. Let's see what the best way to do this without seeing my reflection. See, you can see me. It's so silliness. Let's see. I don't know how to do it. Otherwise, you're going to see me no matter what. But there is a Cashin Publications 1929 Babe Ruth, PSA 2.5. This was another Grail collection keeper. There were 2 Cashins, Ruth and Gehrig. You'll see the Gehrig in a little bit. And the fact that the Ruth is below that, I don't know. And this one's higher graded than the Gehrig. So this is not a card that trades in these half grades or, transacts in these half grades very often, but such a great card. 1940 Play Ball, Ted Williams. There's a lot of Ted Williams today that you're going to see. This is in a 3. Playing Days Ted Williams cards are just awesome, especially early stuff like this. What's this, the second year? 40 Play Ball. These have gotten significantly more popular in the hobby lately. Like people are catching on. These have always been popular. 49 Leaf, Joe DiMaggio. Not the last 49 Leaf card you will see today. And 2.5 on this. This is a recent pickup. I was wanting this one for a long time and finally found the one that was going to be in my collection. Love the green. The green can come in all sorts of colors, all sorts of shades. Such a great set. I mean, just looks so cool. All right, here comes something pretty neat. Oh, this is a signed check by Mr. Tyrus Raymond Cobb. And this is from 1955. You can see there, November 26th. Wow. And 1955. So it was signed 70 years ago. Such a great item. Ty Cobb checks are all over the place. They're everywhere. You can get them. They're not cheap, but they're certainly plentiful. And the green ink is a telltale. He usually signed in green ink. I love the header with his name over there. This was for his phone bill to Pacific Bell for like $225. That was a lot of money in 1955. He had a big long distance bill. Y'all don't know, you used to have to pay for long distance. But there is my Ty Cobb autograph in my collection on a check. And I've never seen any reason to get anything different. I just love that so much. More Ted Williams. Why this is worth more than the other one, I don't know. Than the Ty Cobb, you got me. But this one's awesome. Just like you saw last week or yesterday, the 91 Upper Deck Nolan Ryan. This one was inserted into packs. There's 2,500 of them. They are awesome. All of those are awesome. Satchel Paige, 1953 Topps, PSA 5. I bought this a long time ago and was able to buy it. It would be hard to buy a 5 today because of the price, but glad that I got it when I did. Yeah, pretty awesome. Only Topps card for Satchel Paige. This was a big card when I bought it. 2001 Fleer Greats at the Game. Willie Mays. Big, when I say big, I mean for my collection, because this was the final card that I needed to complete this entire autograph set. 2001 Fleer Greats at the Game. It's one of my favorite of all time. And I have all 90, however many, 91, 92, whatever cards there are. So many Hall of Famers in it. So many great players. The Mays is so tough because it's short printed to 100. And so card grade here, like the fact that it's graded is great just because it protects it, but the grade, you just want one. Like, I wouldn't have cared what the grade was. So thrilled to finally find one of those and be able to get it. This one surprised me a little bit how high it was on the list. The Bob Feller rookie 1938 Gowdy. Such a great set. I'm a big Scribbles guy. I like the Scribbles. This is a very dirty card. Again, this would be a 1 if not for, I think the centering gives it a little bit of a bump, but this card has problems on its problems, but it's a Bob Feller rookie. So do you really care? And my answer is no. I'm just glad to own it. I think I bought this in Chantilly, actually, at a show in Chantilly. All right. Ted Williams is all over the place today. 1960 Fleer. So this is Ted Williams' last card. 1960 Fleer. He had a whole set in 1959, but in 1960, he just has the one card in the set. This card happens to be autographed, so it is, I don't know, rare, I guess. That's why it's so high up on the list. People see this and just playing days, Ted Williams, sure. PSA 5, 9, or 8 on the auto, don't care. It's signed, ballpoint pen, Ted Williams. Tony would love that one too. More Ted Williams. Let's just keep going. 41 play ball. We saw the 40 play ball, the 60 Fleer. Here's the 41 play ball in a 3.5. It looks just like, let me find the 40. There he is. Boom. Just a colorized version, basically. Slightly altered with the artist take on that, but crazy cool card. Love it. 41 play ball, very popular. Obviously, 41 was a huge year for Ted Williams as he hit 406. Last man to hit 400. This was a national purchase in Cleveland a couple years ago. Christy Mathewson Sovereign was not on the hunt for this card. Saw the price that was on it. I saw that it was a Sovereign back, which I love. The Sovereign backs, I love the polar bear backs. They're just different. And it's a 2. You look at this card and you say, there's no way that's just a 2. The answer is yes. If you put under a loop, you can see in this top right corner, there's a slight, almost like paper missing, like it was shaved off or something. It just kind of came off. A little bit of paper loss on the corner, maybe some tape or something pulled off a little bit of that corner. Other than that, it's gorgeous. My kind of card. Look how clean. Love it. I was able to buy it for that. Here's another eye appeal purchase. This year at the National, my huge card that I bought was this 1952 Topps Willie Mays. One of the coolest cards ever. That's all I'll say. Mine's in a 1. But if you're going to get a 1, get it like that. The issue is on the back, you got paper added. Maybe I should crack it, soak it. Then it still would only get a 3 or whatever. It's not worth the risk. Just kidding, I would never do that. But I do love it the way it is. And so glad that I bought that. Mays, Mantle, iconic cards, 53 Topps, of course. And a PSA 1.5. Love it. Love it. We're in the 30s now of cards. I think this is like number 34. Look at that. Again, good eye appeal. Great presentation. There's a little bit of crease in there. It's hard to see, but when it's hard to see, that's good. How about this? Walter Johnson Piedmont Portrait T206 and a PSA 2. For a lot of people, this is their favorite Walter Johnson card. It's hard to argue that it's an early printing because it's a 150. Yeah. Cy Young, Sweet Cap, T206, Bare Hand Shows. This is on the 300 Great Cards list. And a PSA 2. I think I bought this one from Chris Sewell. There's several cards in here that I bought from Chris Sewell. As I see him get things in, and I'm like, I'll just buy that from you. And he makes me a great deal, and I get to add stuff like this to the collection. All right, here's the other cash-in. This is the Gehrig, obviously. Why this is comping higher than the Ruth, I don't know, in an even lower grade. Couldn't tell you. Neither of them sell very often, but how cool do those look together? Ruth and Gehrig. Ruth and Gehrig. Ruth and Cobb. Yeah, those are pretty great. Love that pose of Gehrig. All right, Cy Young autograph. Just typical postcard, no dating or anything, but again, people would send off to Cy Young and have him signed through the mail. Kind of like we do now. Mint 9 on this autograph. Love it. More autographs. Again, it's hard to price these because it matters so much, the medium, and there's so many factors that go into it. This is a Beckett authenticated Walter Johnson autograph. You can see it here, stamped 1939. And this is on it's got the baseball stamp. It's basically just an envelope, as you can see. A cachet or whatever they call them. But this is definitely something I want to cross over into a PSA slab just because this thing is so bulky. I've actually got a few of them. Another one you're going to see here in a minute, but these Beckett slabs are so bulky. But there's my Walter Johnson autograph. Very high demand autograph today. This was another keeper from the Grail collection, 1963 Pete Rose rookie. Rest in peace, Pete. He He has passed away and is now eligible for the Hall of Fame. Will he get in? Who knows? His rookie card has always been expensive, and it's true still today. There is my version of 4MK. There's actually a little, I think I've found in the past the markers, like right there. There's something marked on it. But otherwise, great card. Sharp looking. High grades are very, very expensive. That's true of every card. 1949 Leaf, Babe Ruth, another Ruth. Saw the cash-in earlier. Like, would you rather have this or the cash-in? I'd rather have the cash-in, you know, and this is worth more. Why? More popular, maybe. It's smaller. I don't, you know, the cash-in's a little bit bigger. Who the heck knows why people make the decisions that they make? But I bought this at the Dallas show at the same time that Josh Rated Rookie bought one like a day before me. We both have PSA 1s. I think we bought both of the ones that were in the room. But it's done really well. Appreciating in value. Very popular card. A card that you might be shocked to see. Bryce Harper, believe it or not. 2012 Topps Heritage. This is the high number. Had this set. There were 1,000 sets that were sold only on Topps.com. I bought one back in 2012. And when I got it, I was chasing a Harper rookie auto, actually. And ended up just having the set sitting in a box. And my buddy JT said, hey, you should try to grade the Harper and the Trout, because the Harper is a very, very low pop card. And mine gemmed, and it came back. And yeah, I stupidly turned down an offer for this card for $4,500, and it's now worth about $2,500. But I should have taken that and run, but I didn't. I kept it. I mean, I just like the card. Like having, there's only 30. There's less than 40 10s, I think, out of the, and there were only 1,000 sets issued. So super rare Bryce Harper rookie, and I think he's on his path to the Hall of Fame. This was a Strongsville purchase. I remember I was standing with JT, speaking of JT, when I bought this card. 1954 Red Heart Dog Food, Mickey Mantle. One of the coolest sets ever is the Red Heart set. The Mutual is certainly iconic. I got this in a 2.5. I'm kind of going after these less well-known, less common Mickey Mantles. I want a Dandy potato chips. That would be kind of another one I would want, just to have these. They're just, it's Mantle. Goat of the hobby. We saw the Ted Williams earlier. Here's the 1940 Joe DiMaggio from Playball, PSA 3. Love how it says pennant down here. 1939 pennant. I'm one of the crazy ones that loves the 1940 Playball more than the 1941, just because it's an actual photograph. The fact that it's black and white, so what? The colorized version isn't really a photo either. It's just colored. It's a colored this. The 41 DiMaggio looks just like this, only with color on it. Great card. All right. One of the bigger autos in my collection. This is Grover Cleveland Alexander. GC Alexander. And this is an album page. So cool. This was an auction win a while back. But there is my Grover Cleveland autograph. Getting Hall of Famers like this, guys that collect Hall of Fame autographs know you got to save up for them. You can't have 10 Grover Clevelands in the collection. One is good enough. All right, we are getting down to it, guys. 1953 Topps card number 1, Jackie Robinson, PSA 4. One of the coolest images on a card is that one. Let's keep stacking these all up. 1935 Gowdy 4-in-1, Babe Ruth and Rabbit Moranville. So 2 Hall of Famers on this card, but Ruth obviously finishing up with the Boston Braves after his Yankees tenure. And this card I bought at a national years and years ago for a couple $100, you know, back in the day. And just, I wanted a cheap playing days Babe Ruth, and this was the cheapest there was. And yeah, so glad I got it. It's just a cool card, cool idea, puzzle back. That's neat. All right. How about a New York Yankees cut? Wow. This is from an autograph book or something. You got George Selkirk, Ben Chapman, Tony Lazzeri, who might actually be more rare than Lou Gehrig. But there's Lou Gehrig, and Frank Crosetti. See, that's my Lou Gehrig autograph in the collection. I only have one. Some people don't like these, multi-signed items. Again, I think it just adds to the provenance of it. Do I wish I had a single signed Gehrig? Sure, great. But this is just as cool, and this is my only Tony Lazzeri too. So you get a twofer on this one. Two great Hall of Famers. Yeah, awesomeness. 1934 Gowdy, Hank Greenberg, card number 62, and a PSA 4. This was a Grail collection. Hear that a lot from me, but that's just beautiful. Hank Greenberg rookie. Definitely a card I wanted to have for a long time, and now I do. Pittsburgh Pirates. Some guy named Roberto Clemente. It's his rookie card, 1955. This is a PSA 4. This I bought from Filmington. I want to say in like 2019-ish. I bought this from him. I remember there's a guy named Filmington in our community. Great dude. And had this card, and I bought it from him. Look at that. Nice centering. It's a good example of that card. 1950 Bowman, Jackie Robinson, 2.5. I bought this card raw. And same time I bought the Walter Johnson raw and sent them off to PSA. I say sent them off. I took them to PSA at a national one year and paid the stupid cost, but I wanted them, I didn't want to mail them. I wanted them graded and get them back. And this one came back at 2.5, which is kind of right where I thought it was going to be. But 50 Bowman Jackie. This is my favorite Jackie of his playing days cards is this one. Just so cool. 34 Gowdy Lou Gehrig. Yeah, we're getting into the goats now. Like we're just banger, banger, banger. PSA SGC 2 on this. This was a Grail collection keeper. Yeah, love it. Satchel Paige. I think I bought this in Atlantic City. I was encouraged by Blue Jacket 66. I was on the phone with him, sending him pictures, and for me, this will be a great example to talk about how I love cards and what I care most about. Do I wish this card was better centered? Of course. There's the thinnest of thin top borders there, so it's not completely miscut, but it's obviously way off center. But the registration and the color is what pops to me, and that's the most important aspect of a card to me. I mean, the picture is the focal point of the card to begin with, and although this would bug a lot of collectors, it doesn't bug me. I just love owning the card, and I was able to get it cheaper because it was off center. So there you go. This was a Dallas Card Show purchase. Mickey Mantle 52 Bowman and a PSA 3. This was, again, one of those finishing off the run of mantles, and I got down to the super expensive ones. I think this was, God, I can't remember what I paid for it. Like $3,000 maybe, and it hasn't done a whole lot price-wise. It's worth like $4,000 now. But still, great card. All the mantles everything's going up. Lou Gehrig, number 61. 34 Gowdy. So you saw here, we'll do this. We'll put these together. This yellow 2 is way, way nicer than this green 1.5. And yet this one, according to VCP, is worth more money. I I don't make the values. I have no control over it. I'm just telling you. A lot of people like the, one or the other more. I like them both. I'm just happy to have them both. So, okay. Another Grail collection keeper was this 1969 Topps Lou Alcindor in a PSA 7. We had two of these. Both of them got 7s. Chris kept one. I kept the other. Originally, I was going to sell this, but I just thought, it's a iconic basketball card of an iconic player who I watched as a kid and loved as a kid. The sky hook and everything. And so I kept it. And, yeah, having iconic basketball cards is cool. It's cool. I don't know. Top 10 card of all time right here. 54 Topps Hank Aaron. And PSA 3. I looked at dozens and dozens and dozens of these in 2018 at the National when I was buying this card. And Eric, those back pages, and I found this one. And was actually behind the case. Like didn't even have it in his showcase. It was in a case. He had a bunch or several more, and this was the one we ended up buying. So I ended up buying, I guess. Gorgeous. No snow. All right, top 10, guys. We're down to the top 10. Can't believe it. If you've hung with me this long, I appreciate it. This is probably where you fast forwarded to anyway. 86 Fleer Michael Jordan. I bought this earlier this year, in a PSA 5 from a submission, a collection pickup from Chris Sewell. Reached out to him when I saw the card on one of his videos. Said, hey, do you still have that? Can we make a deal? We did. And Jordan stuff has gone bonkers since then. So I bought this at the right time from a valuation standpoint. Not that I'm selling it, but this is about $4,800 now in a 5, that's what VCP says. That's crazy. This card has also gone nuts. Another one of those cards that I'm so glad I bought it when I did. 51 Bowman Willie Mays. Card number 9 on the list. This is over $5,000 now. I think I paid like $1,600 for this at a National when I wasn't even looking for this card, and I saw it and I was like, wow, that's a really sharp looking 2. And what you do when you see something you like, just buy it. This 1933 Gaudy Lou Gehrig, card number 92. I still need the 160, but this is a PSA 2. This was the very first kind of big time vintage card that I bought. Makes sense that it was a Gehrig, and it was intentionally a Gehrig. That's what I was going for. And this one's just awesome. At the time, I paid just under $700 for it, which I thought I was absolutely nuts, and so did my wife. And now this card in a 2 is over $5,000. So what are you going to do? Speaking of what are you going to do, I wasn't going to buy this card. But then Dave Blue Jacket 66, you see how people influence me to buy cards in a very wonderful way. Dave said, you better buy that card. We were at Strongsville. And this was the infamous flip when I did a flip and it landed weird or something. And I had the guy reflip it and I won. It was like a $400 flip. So I kind of caught some grief for making him reflip it. But we were cool. We're good. This card's pushing $6,000 now in a SGC 3. So love it. So glad I have it now. This was a Grail collection keeper, and what a keeper. Ted Williams 39 play ball. This is Ted Williams' rookie card. This close to 6,500 right now, give or take, in that grade. So nice. Wonder if this is worth crossing. I don't know. Probably not. That's why I haven't crossed any of these. People ask me all the time, why don't you cross your higher end SGC stuff? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't really need to. Maybe someday. This is the... Ooh. Let's just show a Babe Ruth autograph. PSA 10 on the auto, which makes this one way more expensive. I value this somewhere around $8,500. You guys may think I'm nuts or low. I don't know. Hard to value. What is this worth? What someone's willing to pay? Hard to know, because every autograph is unique. It depends on the medium. Like there's some people that wouldn't like that this is a card, little like business card almost size. It had been glued to this other album or something, and then it got cut out of that. And so somebody may not like that. Somebody may not like the slight staining that's on this side of it. But the autograph is crazy clean. Beautiful. And then there's this one. This is going to be a story. For those of you that don't know, let's see if this will be better if I do it like this. So this is a Sam Thompson autograph. Who is Sam Thompson, some of you might say? Well, Sam Thompson is a Hall of Fame player, played for the not Red Sox, the Tigers and stuff. He, late 1800s, early 1900s. Sam Thompson had no children and ended up writing this postcard. On the back it says, "Greetings from Detroit." And I had this raw, so I know that it like got all this glitter and stuff on it. It's crazy cool from the time period, and this was dated 1907. And just such a cool item. Why is it so cool? Why is it so high? This is literally the 4th most expensive item in my collection, in my opinion. There are no comps. Why are there no comps? Because there's only 5 known Sam Thompson autographs to exist. And so if you're a Hall of Fame collector, autograph collector, I have one of them. Bill, the Hall of Fame collector, has one of them. Frank, the baseball card CPA, has one of them. And there's 2 others. And that's it. So this is actually not even a full auto. It just says Uncle Sam. He had written this to his niece or great niece or something like that. And I actually got my autograph graded. It's a mint 9, which is the highest graded. I toyed for a long time with selling this. I bought this on eBay. Bill bought his at the same time, and there were 2, and we got the story and all the provenance, and it made total sense. And so we bought it, and I ended up paying $3,000 for it. What's it worth today? I said 10, but who the heck knows? If you got the right people in an auction that wanted to add a graded Sam Thompson autograph to their collection, when there's just so few, I don't know. Maybe you guys could tell me, but that's what I think. All right, we are down to the final 3, guys. The whole reason the Grail collection even became a thing was for this card right here. When John Keating FaceTimed me and said, "Hey, I've got this collection. There's a DeLong Gehrig here." And that was, at the time, kind of my number 1 card that I wanted to add to the collection was the DeLong Gehrig. And it's just such a great card, such a great set. Well, the guy had the whole set, including 2 Gehrigs. Ended up getting one of them graded before I bought it. Walked through at SGC, flew down there and graded it along with the next card you're going to see. And ended up buying the whole thing. Was really just thinking I'm just going to get this card, but ended up getting this and so much more, and so many great memories. And look at that. That collection also had, I think, 5 total 33 Gaudi Ruths. This one right here, number 144, I decided to keep. All the others were sold, except Chris kept one as well. There was a yellow that came back, I think, in SGC4, and he kept that one. I sold the green to Joe Silver Jackify, and I sold the other 2 to Ash in Strongsville of that year, 2024, and kept this one. This is always been my favorite 33 Gaudi image of Ruth, is the hitting pose. Look, I eventually won all of them. I sold them because I needed to make the finances work on everything, but will eventually have to buy them back, and that's gotten to be a pricey proposition compared to what it was, but love these, love that. That's number 2. This is around 15 grand now in this grade. These have gone nuts. And then the number 1 card in my collection, which has been the number 1 card in my collection for the last 5 years, ever since I bought it. The Mickey Mantle rookie, 1951 Bowman, and a PSA 5, very accurately graded. Even if it was graded today, I'd be shocked if it was any different than what this says. The centering is decent, pretty nice. Very sharp image, which again is what I care about. No creases. Very clean back. Does have some of the standard 51 Bowman wax staining. But other than that, that is a clean copy of this card. Y'all know the story, but this card's gone kind of nuts. During the pandemic, it was up over 50 grand in this grade. It's now around 30 grand in this grade. This, I think, will stay the most expensive, valuable card in my collection for a long time. There it is. So that's it, guys. That is my top 100 cards, not even cards, items in my collection. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for sticking with it. We'll talk to you guys soon. Keep collecting.